Hello there, and thank you for joining me today for this live session, this live master series, all about helping you to be a better leader in your business, to build a stronger business with a stronger foundation, and to also make sure that you are living an extraordinary life. I wanted to talk a little bit today about, this is going to be a completely different show than I normally do, but I think it's a message that many people need to hear. So I was reminded of this, and for some reason, I don't know why I forgot that and not that I forget, but I forget a lot of the things that I did many years ago. For example, I studied martial arts for 16 years. All right. I got my third degree black belt, and I was reminded of this, because I stopped training back in 2011 after I had an injury to my neck and head. And I was, like I said, I was reminded of this one story the other day. And the reason why I was reminded of it is because I was handling in the middle of a difficult situation. I was in the middle of a difficult situation where I had to have a really difficult conversation with someone. And it was a conversation with someone who owns a business and has some challenges in the business with some employees. And everybody knows that right now, it's a struggle to try and hire and retain good people right now. We had the Great Recession where everybody left, and now I like to call it like the Great Rebirth or the Great Rehiring, where people are, you know, we are getting a lot of applications for people, and we're still trying to fill spots, critical spots that we need to run our business. And so having a difficult conversation with a difficult employee is hard right now. It's really hard. And for me, having that conversation with them to kind of talk through what was happening and how it was impacting his business. Because if you are a business owner, you know that if you have a challenging employee, you have someone who is creating a lot of turmoil in your business, that spreads like wildfire. And it affects morale. It is very costly, and it also just zaps the energy. And the thing that we need right now more than anything is good energy, is good energy coming into our business, good energy going into our community, and the realization that we are all in this, like we are all in this together. I don't think there is, even if your business is super successful, you still have challenges, especially right now, just trying to navigate so many of these new things that have happened over the past 2 years that we talk about a lot. So I was reminded of this story, and I wanted to, like I said, I wanted to share it with all of you, um, because I think it's helpful. And it's a story of remembering who you are. So back in 2006, after I had studied martial arts for a very long time, got my second degree, I needed to switch schools. And I had to switch schools because I was driving an hour and it just couldn't do it anymore. So I switched schools, started in a new Taekwondo school, and coming in as a higher level belt into a new school, into a new dojo is tough. And most of the time, what I understand is that when you switch schools like that, a lot of times they start you over, or you go backwards a little bit. But this grandmaster actually let me come in at my level because he knew the school that I came from, and he also knew the master that I studied under. So I come in on my first night, and I'm like, okay, I'm ready. And it was such a hard time. I worked with two higher level belts, two guys, and they literally were so hard on me. And I left there. I remember thinking halfway through, I remember thinking to myself, oh my gosh, I don't know if I'm going to make it through this. I don't know. This is so hard. They're asking me to do things that I've never done before, like certain jumps and kicks and whatnot. And I'm like, I don't think I can get through this class. I don't think I can get through the rest of this. I was sweating, my legs hurt. And I remember coming home and saying to my husband and crying and being like, I can't go back there. Like, I don't know if I can do this. And sitting in a hot tub because I couldn't even move because I was so sore. I mean, literally, like it just I got the crap beat out of me. And I remembered that story. And I remember thinking to myself in that moment, and my husband reminded me of this, it didn't break you. It was a hard thing. It was a challenging thing. Physically, emotionally, mentally, it was hard, but it didn't break you. Whatever you needed to do that day, it didn't break you. My uniform was like wasn't allowed to touch it when it was kind of getting a little bit disheveled. My belt came undone, wasn't allowed to touch it. So I couldn't get distracted. And I dug deep and remembered exactly who I am. I dug deep and said, I won't let this break me. They can't break me. This situation won't break me. If anybody's going to break me, it's going to be me. I'm going to be the one that's going to say, I can't do this or I give up. And I didn't. I didn't give up. I remembered exactly who I was and why I was doing what I was doing, studying Taekwondo, and why I switched schools because I wanted to study. I wanted to be closer to home, but I was also studying with somebody who was a legend. So if I would have given up, I wouldn't have had all these amazing experiences after that, learned all the things that I did, and got to the next level. So, the reason why I wanted to share this with you is because so many people that I talk to on a regular basis, being a SCORE mentor, being a consultant, a business consultant, and working with business owners, I hear all the time, this is so hard. I need to have this conversation with this person. And it's so hard. I can't do it. I'm afraid. I don't want to say what I have to say because I'm afraid of what's going to happen. Or I don't know if we can pull ourselves out of this. We're functioning in crisis mode right now because we can't hire people or our costs are going up and we don't know if we're going to be able to do this. So we're going to just keep our price the same and shrink our profit. And I'm here to tell you, remember who you are. Remember who you are and why you started your business in the first place. Remember who you are, not just on the outside, but on the inside. And no matter what comes your way, what impacts come your way, remember who you are and remember that it won't break. None of those things will break you. The only thing that will break you is you. Circumstances are always going to happen. Challenges are always going to come in. I don't care what level you're at in your business. The more your business grows, the more you grow, the challenges get harder. The decisions that you make get more difficult, get more complex. But that's just the way that things are. But remember who you are. Remember why you started this business in the first place. And like I said, I have so many stories like the one I just shared. And I thought to myself, because I had to go through this challenge, I thought to myself, because at one point I didn't want to do it. I didn't want to have the conversation. But I thought to myself, you know what? Remember who you are. You are here to help people to be better leaders. You're here and doing what you do to change the world of business, to make business better. help people to grow and achieve the things that they want to achieve. And I can't do that if I forget who I am. And again, there are things that will happen. There are things that will come into our business, and we need to have the courage to make those hard decisions, to have the courage to say, this will work. This isn't going to take us down. We will find a way. We will find a solution to continue moving forward. And as I said, as your business grows, as you grow, the challenges, the you get the next level of challenges. But you can handle it because every one of those challenges that comes your way, every single one helps you to be a better leader, helps you to build a better business, helps you to figure out how to be more profitable, helps you to be more resilient when impacts happen. Every single one of those challenges and those challenging situations is going to get you to that next level. So if you are facing challenges right now and you are facing, what do I do next? Like, how can I get through this? How can we get through this? Remember who you are. And remember that these situations are not going to break you. You will break you. But remember also that when we made the decision to own a business, when we made a decision to become an entrepreneur, we also agreed, we signed the contract to always be a solution, to find the solution. We signed the contract to that we are going to have these rough patches, and we're going to fall down, and we're going to get back up, and we're going to keep going. And we're going to remember exactly who we are. So I hope this helped you. And if it did, I also hope that you share this with somebody who might need to hear this message just as much as you did today. There's a lot of business owners out there that have closed their doors. There's a lot of business owners out there that are still struggling. And if you know one of them, help them to understand that with every struggle, there is a solution. With every breakdown, there is a breakthrough. You just have to remember who you are. So until next week, have a great rest of your week. And I would love to hear below in the comments, maybe what are some things that are you're struggling with right now? Maybe what are those challenges that you have right now? But I would also love to hear, what have you done to remember who you are and get through whatever it is that you faced to get to the other side. So until next week, have a great rest of your week. Let's all take care of each other a little bit more than we have been. All right. Stay healthy, stay well, and I will see you soon.